Hello and welcome to Yoga by Nature podcast. My name's Morvin, and the following is a Yoga Nidra practice, and it's my favorite Yoga Nidra to do in the winter time. It's the night sky practice where we do the visualization, just placing with your imagination, just placing little shining stars at different points around the body in the rotation of consciousness. It's a really relaxing practice. It's just there for you to take some time to really let go and ground. So when you do the practice, do make sure that you are really cozy and warm. Ideally be lying down. You could be lying in bed or on your yoga mat or on the sofa. I mean, I've done yoga nidra practices before on the bus, so you can do it anywhere really, but ideally be lying down somewhere really cozy where you're not going to be disturbed. And I have been squirreling away little practices for you over the last few months actually, and I'm on a roll with publishing podcasts now. So if you're a regular listener, you haven't heard from me for months and months, and then I suddenly publish 3 podcasts in the space of a week, and there's another one coming as well. But yeah, life is just like that sometimes. My life has been very, very full of other things, but it feels like time to just sort of rest down and tie up some loose ends before the end of the year. And also these practices that I'm offering, they're just so good for winter, this inner journeying. And if you like this Yoga Nidra practice and you would like to practice with me live on the Solstice, we're doing a 2-hour session, which is restorative yoga, Yoga Nidra, and some somaticization, so some sort of deep inner journeying, really feeling into the inner body and like becoming sort of present, embodied. It's part of the embodiment series, so it's very much an embodiment practice. And it's going to be really yummy and very fitting for this sort of very dark, quiet, restful time of year at the solstice. So I hope you can join me for that. You can find out all about what I'm doing. It's www.yogabynature.org if you're interested in classes or training or one-to-one or anything like that. I've got a couple of retreats running next year. There's a women's yoga and writing retreat in Wales in April, and then our yoga and creativity retreat in France in September. So there's lots going on, so do check in. And if you have any questions or comments about this practice, then you can be in touch with me, info@yogabynature.org. Enjoy, relax, and I hope you have a really good rest. We're finding a very comfortable resting pose for yourself. You might like to be lying on your back, bolster under your knees. You might like to revisit the pose we began in today, lying on the side. Take as many blankets as you need. Have your eye pillow nearby. Yeah, you probably want to have something soft under your head. Resting down for your yoga nidra practice. Time to rest completely. When making your final adjustments, getting any extra props. Before we enter this healing practice, this protected space of Yoga Nidra, or Yoga Nidra, take a full inhale through the nose. And then let the weight of the body just fall into the ground. So what's left is lightness. Let's do that a couple more times. So inhaling, and then exhaling, let the weight of the body drop, transferring your weights onto the earth. And we'll do that once again. Drop through the exhale. Into the waiting arms of Mother Earth, who is always there, waiting to catch you. And taking a scan through the body. And in this scan, just noticing where is it? Where is it you're still holding on? What are you holding on to? We don't know exactly what it is that's stored in the body. It won't tell us in words. It's just the remnants of stories, unprocessed emotions, physical, postural imbalances. See if the shoulders are ready now to soften a little bit. Can you make the back of the body soft and heavy? And just letting the throat relax, so much so that you begin a very gentle ujjayi breath. This very slight constriction of the throat. And from this constriction arises this very gentle sound, this whispering sound. Allow the jaw to soften. The ujjayi, excuse me, I'm getting a bit relaxed myself. Ujjayi, the restful ujjayi comes about not through a tension in the throat, but through a relaxing. So the jaw and the throat are soft. And then turn your attention closely towards the inner world, the inner body, drawing in now as the nights are drawing in, drawing yourself in. And resting your awareness in this place just behind your breastbone. Imagine here a little shining star. Either the impression of a star, or you may visualize a visual image of a star shining its light, its glow into the inner space. And then bringing your attention to your right hand thumb, resting your awareness here on the right hand thumb. And imagine here a little shining star. And then a little shining star on the second finger of the right hand, and then the third, the fourth, and the fifth fingers. So each of the fingers of the right hand now carries a shining star. And then just popping one onto the wrist, the elbow, and the shoulder. And then one onto the right collarbone, one onto the right hip point, the right knee, ankle, the sole of your foot, the right big toe, little shining star on the right big toe, and then the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. And then moving your awareness over to the left side of your body and just mentally placing a little shining star on the tip of the left thumb. It doesn't matter if this is a visual image for you or just a feeling. The second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. And the wrist, elbow, and shoulder. The left collarbone, hip point, knee, and ankle. Sole of the foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. Become aware of the left and the right sides of the body. And now become aware of the crown of your head. And placing now a little shining star right on the crown, and then in the center of the head, in the hollow of the throat, the center of the breastbone, the solar plexus, navel, and the pelvic floor, perineum. Keep your awareness in the central channel of the midline, the energetic spine. Just beginning to breathe as if you were breathing up and down the spine. The inhale moves from the perineum to the crown, and the exhale moves from the crown down to the perineum. Just imagine the breath sort of washing right through this central channel, illuminating the inner body. You could perhaps imagine a line of stars, a row of stars, or a channel of light in the middle of the body. And then let your awareness rest just behind the third eye center, right in the middle of the eyebrows, and then moving back into the skull a couple of inches, where you'll find your pituitary gland. Although you may not feel it as a physical sensation. And rest your awareness here now. Watchful with the inner gaze. Now becoming aware once more of the whole of the inner body, this illuminated central channel, the galaxy of stars in this infinite inner space. Become aware of the skin, clothing on the skin, warmth or coldness on the skin. Become aware of the room around you. Begin to broaden your awareness out. And please do feel free to stay exactly where you are. That's where you need to be. If it's time for you to move on with the rest of your evening, and just bringing in some gentle movements that will help you to feel energized and in a very caring, gentle way. Just rolling over to one side if you're not there already, and coming all the way up to sit.